Drivers, start your engines!
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We are back. This is Aaron Johnson with the Johnson iRacing team bringing you the Consolation event for the TDR League of Legends Weekend Warriors Series at USA International Speedway. Consolation will be used to set starting positions outside that top 9. Let's have a look at the starting grid for this evening's Consolation event. Starting in the rear of the grid, that will be in the 15th spot, should be Frederick Hofstetter, just in front of him. And car number 15 will be Andrew Flores. Flores scheduled in the 14th spot. Just in front of Flores, we'll see Mike Matherly and Nick Smith in car number 21 and 9, respectively. In front of those two will be Matty Moniak and the 9. Matty Moniak and the 59 of Jay Downham. Just in front of that pair, we'll see the 9 of Troy Daggett as well as the 25 of Tyler Daniels. Daniels currently in the 9th spot. In 7th and 8th will be Caleb Gillick and Jay Downham, car number 59 and 15. In front of that group, we'll see Chris Silverman and Hudis Niskowiak. Niskowiak starting in car 29 there in the 3rd row outside. In the 2nd row, we're going to see Paul Rochelot starting 3rd and Les Bentz starting in the 4th spot. And on the front row will be Rick Kohler on the pole in car number 55 to his outside the 28 of Jay Downham. The invert for today's Consolation event, a 9-car invert. That puts Rick Kohler on the pole. Lights are off on the pace car. Kohler leads the field down the back straightaway. As with all Tyler Daniels racing events, the initial start of the race is on the green flag. Following that, restarts are on the leader. Kohler waiting for the green flag. Kohler hammers the throttle. Rick Kohler is going to hop out to a quick early lead. Silverman looks like he missed a gear. He pulls down to the inside. Out front, it is the 55 of Kohler. Kohler will take the lead as it looks like the 28 of Downham will be on the outside. He'll go to the 2nd spot. We see Rochelot looking to the inside. He runs in the 3rd position as Niskowiak works on the outside. Downham slides up high. That's going to allow. There's a crash, as it looks like Les Bentz has gone around as well. Several drivers in the back. There are no cautions in Consolation events. Kohler holds on to the lead. Rochelot in the 2nd spot. Downham 3rd. Niskowiak running 4th. Tyler Daniels is in the 5th spot. Caleb Gillick hanging on to 6th with Jay Downham 7th. Mike Matherly 8th. Andrew Flores is in the 9th spot. And Nick Smith now runs 10th. We can see Les Bentz down to the inside as looks like Downham gets into the outside wall, ends up upside down, rolling down the front straightaway. Jim Downham having some trouble as we are 3 laps in and all kinds of excitement in this Consi event. Out front, it is still the 55 of Kohler, followed by Rochelot and the 29 of Hudis Niskowiak. Tyler Daniels has worked his way up into the 4th spot. Just behind him, that is the 26 of Caleb Gillick. Gillick currently being shown in the 5th spot. The top 5 cars here working their way forward. They've pulled away from the rest of the field as we watch Rochelot trying to find his way around the 55 of Kohler. Kohler out of turn 4 down the front straightaway. There are 16 laps to go. Rick Kohler holds on to the lead. Paul Rochelot all over the back bumper of that Napa Legends car as we see Hudis Niskowiak also closing in on that top group. The top 3 cars pulling away slightly from the 25 of Tyler Daniels with a larger gap back to the 5th place car. That's the 26 of Caleb Gillick. Then it's a big gap back to the 59 of Jay Downham. Let's have a look at how they run on the speedway. That is car number 55. Rick Kohler out front. Behind him, that is Rochelot in the 23, then the 29 of Hudis Niskowiak. Behind Niskowiak, that's the 25 of Tyler Daniels in 4th. Behind Daniels, we see the 26 of Caleb Gillick currently running in the 5th spot. Behind Gillick, the 59 of Jay Downham is in 6th, with Mike Matherly now moving back up into the 7th spot. The next car on the Speedway is the 67 of Les Bentz. Bentz currently shown in 11th, 1 lap down. Then behind Bentz, we see the 24 of Hofstetter. Hofstetter currently running in the 8th spot. Behind Hofstetter, that is the 15 car of Andrew Flores. Flores currently shown in the 9th spot. The next car on the Speedway is the 24 of Matty Moniak. Moniak currently in 12th, a lap down. Then behind Moniak, we see the 13 of Smith. Smith currently shown in the 10th spot. Next on the Speedway, that's the 9 of Nick Smith, not to be confused with the 13. Sorry, that is the 9 of Troy Daggett. Sorry about that, not to be confused with the 13 of Nick Smith. Then behind Daggett, next car on the Speedway is Chris Silverman in car number 34. Behind Silverman, we are back around to the 55 of Kohler, as the front 4 remain unchanged, although the 25 of Tyler Daniels has closed in to make this a 4-car freight train running up front in the Consi. 11 laps to go. Rick Kohler with the lead. Kohler out front. Rochelot second. Niskowiak third. Daniels fourth. We're approaching the halfway point. The Consi scheduled for 20 laps. Rick Kohler trying to hang on. He's out front, holding off the 23 of Paul Rochelot. Kohler takes the crossed flags. We are at the halfway point. Tyler Daniels takes a peek to the inside of the 29 of Niskowiak. Niskowiak looks to the inside of that 23 of Rochelot. Kohler running a flawless race here, using the line and the track to his advantage. He's going to make Rochelot go by on the outside, if at all possible. Kohler leading. Front group is really tightly bunched as Rochelot looks to the inside one more time. Looks like he's really trying to get a run here as they come off of turn number 2. Doesn't quite have enough to get underneath the 55 of Rick Kohler. Rochelot looking to the inside one more time. Kohler opens the door and lets Rochelot go by. That's also going to open the door for Hudas Niskowiak. Can Hudas get position? He can't get it done. The 23 of Rochelot will take the lead away from the 55 of Rick Kohler. Kohler settles into the 2nd spot now with the 29 of Niskowiak in 3rd. Tyler Daniels in 4th. Caleb Gillick running 5th. He's a few car lengths back of the 25 car. Behind them, it's a big gap to the 59 of Jay Downham. Downham currently running in the 6th spot. There are 8 laps to go. Now 7 to go this time by. Rochelot holding on. Kohler behind that 23 car, trying to find a way to get around as these two drivers pull away slightly from the 29 of Niskowiak. Tyler Daniels currently in the 4th spot. Then it is a larger gap as this 4-car train begins to pull away from the 26 of Caleb Gillick. Leaders closing in on a lapped car here. That looks like the 34 of Chris Silverman. No number showing on that car. Silverman typically in that black car with the blue signal on the back. Rochelot closing in. He slides up just a bit, opens the door for the 55 of Kohler. Now Niskowiak's going to try to make it 3 wide. They are 3 wide down the front straightaway. Hudas backs off. The 55 looking to the inside as they get together. Kohler and the 23 touch. That's going to put Rochelot into the outside wall and opens the door for Niskowiak and Daniel to go by. Tyler Daniels into the 2nd spot. Niskowiak will take the lead. It's going to be Hudas out front. Tyler Daniels 2nd. Kohler in the 3rd spot with Gillick moving into 4th and Jay Downham moving into 5th. That's going to drop Rochelot back well out of the top 10 now, as Hudas Niskowiak is going to take advantage of some contact between Kohler and the 23 of Paul Rochelot. Tyler Daniels all over the 29 of Niskowiak. There'll be 3 to go this time by. Can Hudas hang on to take the win as we see lap traffic coming into play? Tyler Daniels closes on the 29 of Niskowiak. Niskowiak arcs the car down into turn number 2. Closing on that 13 car, that is Nick Smith. Niskowiak trying to find his way past. Lap traffic very much coming into the picture at USA. Smith, a gentleman driver, pulls up high, gives the leaders a chance to fight this out amongst themselves, as Niskowiak, with 2 to go, trying to hold off the 25 of Tyler Daniels. Meanwhile, Gillick is all over the 55 of Rick Kohler. Gillick trying to fight his way into the top 3 as Smith bounces against the outside wall down the back straightaway into turn number 3. Tyler Daniels drives the car deep into the corner. Out of 4, it's still B. Niskoyak. He's going to come back and take the white flag this time by. Tyler Daniels looks to the inside as they come into turn number 1. Daniels arcs that car into the corner. Doesn't quite have enough to get under the 29 of Niskoyak. They're out of turn number 2. Onto the back straightaway. It's Hudis with the lead. Daniels looks to the inside one more time. Hudis takes the 29 car up high. Daniels looks low. Hudis through the center of 3 and 4 out onto the back straightaway. It will be Hudis Niskoyak with the win, followed by Tyler Daniels in car 25. Rick Kohler in the 55 will come home third, with Caleb Gillick fourth, Jay Downham fifth. Mike Matherly will come home in the 6th spot. Frederick Hofstetter should finish in 7th, with Andrew Flores 8th, Nick Smith 9th, and Les Bentz in 10th. Smith and Bentz both 1 lap down. Quite an exciting consi from USA Internationals. Hudis Niskoyak will take the win. Daniels second, Kohler third. We will be back momentarily to bring you the A-Main in the TDR League of Legends Weekend Warrior Series from USA International Speedway.